Later, in a spontaneous rally outside Moat, a number of contraceptive devices were publicly burnt. And now, on a more serious note, there will be no Late Late Show on Saturday evening. Yes, Gay Byrne has had to step aside. Instead, I shall be presenting the grand finals of Ireland's National Song Contest, when our country shall at last take its rightful place amongst the television nations of the world. And I don't mind telling you, the excitement is mounting here in Telefish. The station is awash with rumours. What sort of dress shall I be wearing? At which salon shall my hair be styled? Well, you'll all have to wait till Saturday to find out my little secrets. But it's time once again now for Talking Teens, and it's over to Studio 2 and your host, Father Brian Cleary, S.J.
Look, if you can't walk in those trousers, what is the point in wearing them?
I reckon I must have had a whole of makeup by this stage. No, I tell a lie. You know the skinny bird with the buck teeth? Well, I've had her. It's a friend I haven't had.
All right, take it again from the top, please.
I remember that bistro in Zurich.
I can't see this one winning. The middle eight isn't strong enough. Well, that's what you think. Listen, Seamus, if it's one thing I know about, it's how to judge a talent contest. This song has winner written all over it. Now, if I were you, I'd bet a few bob on it. No, I have more than a few bob. In fact, my mother's life savings.
In the Black Forest, I bet you get
Yes, £500 on my own to win. Look, you know you can trust me, Terry. Now, Terry, that's uncalled for. Okay, then, if you won't accept my word for it, I'll bring the deeds in tomorrow. Yes, of course she signed them. Yes, she knew what she was doing. Look, I'm her son, amn't I?
tulips from old Amsterdam. So why did you have to go? And I can go on.
Hold it.
And you need to dedicate yourself to your work a bit more, eh? No more whoring round after the women. That's been my downfall. I can't leave the birds alone.
All right, now, quiet on the set, please. We're going from the top once more.
You don't have a girlfriend, do you, Seamus? Shh. There's a few more tips I could give you. Fancy a jar after rehearsals.
So I said to him, you can put that away for a start and wipe that silly grin off your face. And all this was before we even left Collinstown.
There you are now. One ship, Santan Express.
Okay, Blahin, what's wrong?
Nothing really.
Look, darling, I haven't worked on the Swansea run for 6 months without getting to know a little bit about human nature. You tell Dervla everything.
Derv, it's the same old thing. Vanity. He spends half the rehearsal time on the phone to his bookmaker. And he's always talking about his romantic exploits. Honest to God, if it wasn't for Rowan, I think it would have gone crazy ages ago.
Don't talk to me about romantic exploits. Wait till I tell you what happened after we touched down.
Dervla? The thought of him sharing my box with a man for 2.5 hours of live commentary, well, it just makes me feel sick.
Listen, he called me into the cockpit.
Excuse me.
And when I pulled back the curtain, he was standing there with his hat on.
Stop now, please.
And I don't mean on his head.
Sorry. Fanta, 6 an espresso, 7 pence, and the chip?
10 pence.
Right. Oh, sorry, I hope that something. What's it come to? Half a crown.
Oh, it's 1.11, Blahin. She'll have to go back to high babies. You better brush up in your arithmetic before Saturday night.
Why?
What, the voting?
Oh, that's one thing I'm quite happy to leave it in Balti's hands. Do you know, Devlin, I think I know her sweet.
Enter. Ronan. I think you know Mr. O'Hanlon from Audience Research. Well, I think we covered everything, Mr. O'Hanlon. Same time next week, then. Sit down. Just wanted to wish you good luck for tomorrow night.
Thank you, Mr. Sheehy.
Everything ship-shape and under control?
To your point, Mr. Sheehy. Just think of it, Ronan. Small island on the edge of Europe, re-emerging from the mists of its tragic history. It's bulky, Mr. Sheehy. He seems to be under a great deal of pressure. I'm afraid he might do something strange tomorrow night. Celtic Christianity, the wild geese, Jimmy Joyce. This is the last link in a great chain of tradition. Well, glad we had this little chat, Ronan. I've every confidence in your ability to carry this thing off. Thank you, Mr. Sheehy. And let's hope the best song is chosen by our juries. I want us to go to Naples with a real chance of beating the Brits.
And I can run, no puedo contenere, je ne peux pas continuer. Ik kan niet gaan. Stop!
Okay, technically you're not breaking any rules by dressing as an animal.
Jesus, would you look at the moment, the harp over there, huh? Iron Knicker singing in Irish. I know what she wants.
But this song has nothing to do with chickens, or with any other animal for that matter. But do you not know how big animals are down the country? Do you realise we are choosing a song for Europe? We're not trying to fill a parish hall in Bally Bloody Bunyan. Oh, this is hopeless. I can't figure out which is which.
But you never mind the shagging camera cards. Did you make the bet like I told you to?
I remember that bistro in Zurich when you turned to me and said, it's a love.
Didn't I tell you this is the song that's going to win, huh? Look, trust me, Seamus. I know about these things. But if you're quick, you can still get the bet on.
Oh, my God almighty. We're on air in less than 1 hour.
And so the great night has arrived. The Taoiseach honouring Telefish with his presence, and we've got the coach of the East German ambassador, some bystanders, the ambassador's wife, and his young son there. And now it's time to welcome our hosts, Bloching, Keaveney and Vol.